Well, the last part got cut off pretty short, so let's continue from where I left off. So while he was looking up on the different heroes that had a bad reputation, he decided to look at the more lower ranking heroes for a possible target. He found one. I'm not gonna. It is not someone important, really, because it is just starting off. So he decides, let's find this hero and follow him for maybe a month and observe what he does. He then we then go to the next day where Deku gets ready to follow the hero. He doesn't want to go to school anymore and just ditches the school. He finds the hero and begins observing him. At first, the hero seems to be acting normal. Like, there's nothing really wrong with him. Like, he hasn't done anything bad yet. But Deku knows from looking up on the internet from different forums that there is a little bit of evidence that he might only do it for fame. So that's what Deku decided. Deku then continues for that. This behavior continues for about 3 weeks. Rather, not 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So it is 2 weeks. Everything for Deku has seen seen the behavior that he might not really be a real hero that's only doing it because he wants to save people. Because if he signed like the way he talks more enthusiastically to the reporters that sometimes comes across. But during the daytime, when he's not a hero and people recognize him a little bit, he's kind of aggressive. He has a little bit of an aggressive tone. Like, he doesn't really want to deal with it right now. Like, he's trying to separate his hero daily life with his personal life. And Deku can see that. And he thinks it's odd, like, you got a pro hero license, but you don't want to deal with it all the time. Like, it's understandable, yeah. But then again, he doesn't have to be that kind, like, so agitated about it, because you heard the hero literally say to children to fuck off. And that he isn't really a hero at the moment. He's just taking a fucking walk. And the kids would just run off because the guy was rude. And Deku would actually have recorded this to further his investigation, and he still writes down all the behaviors that this unknown hero has shown. After another week, there's an incident with this hero that Deku would find quite interesting. Like, it's a situation where almost the same in the canon with the Stutz villain holding someone hostage. It's a hostage situation where this unknown hero was running after a bank robber, a villain, and Deku was following from behind the scenes. And the villain decided to take a man hostage and said to the unknown hero to stay back, or else he would shoot the hostage. And like the fucking idiot, the hero decides to stay but tries to stop the guy and just takes a step forward. And so the villain immediately just pulls the trigger and blasts the hostage head off immediately with no hesitation and begins to run off. And the hero just continues to follow the villain, not even checking up and seeing if the hostage could still be saved. And this irritated Deku a lot because as a hero, you should check up. Even you shouldn't even move in that situation. Like try and calm the villain down. But no, this dumb fucking hero wanted to stop the villain more than saving a life. And Deku was recording it all. So he recorded that the hero just followed after the villain, and in the end, the hero didn't even catch the villain because the villain got away. And then Deku would actually walk over to the now dead hostage, still filming, and would just think to himself like, is this just furthers my point. He just thinks that this furthers his point that hero society is more corrupt than he thought. Like, yeah, they might be a little more mean, like not so bright and all. Like they really don't really sometimes mean what they say, but this proves that some of them doesn't even fucking care about human lives, like the lives of civilians, and just cares about getting the villain and get the fame for catching the villain. So Deku walks away from this after saying like I'm sorry to the corpse. Like he couldn't do anything. Didn't have the knowledge to save anyone yet. He's gonna learn how to patch up holes like wounds because he thinks he might need it in the future. So he decides to go home. Inko is always worried because Deku is literally skipping school and just walking around, not telling exactly what he's doing. But he always reassures his mom that he's not doing anything dumb or suicidal. Always putting on like a fake smile. Deku then walks into his room, which is now as like a board with all the information he's gathered on this hero. And he decides that he now has actually enough information to, for one, get this hero's hero license revoked and shame his reputation further so that he won't really be able to become a hero anymore. And he thinks this is definitely enough, so he begins to compile it all, like getting it all together, like making it a flow. And he gets an idea, how should I give it to the press? How should I spread the word? Should I do it in small bites? Like start with the video and then delve deeper into how he is. But this is where I'm gonna leave it off for now.